back for round 3, and I hope this hand is keepable. The thing is I have a lot of black cards in my hand, but I have Insolent Neonate and Fiery Temper, which means I can nuke something off the board, draw a card for it, and hopefully draw into my black mana. So I'm going to go with that plan. Another red deck. I'm actually surprised that I managed to get this deck together with 2 other red decks at the table, and who knows what other people drafted who I didn't get to face off against. Red blue, huh? Let's crack in here. I was actually considering going red blue part way through the first pack, but never ended up happening because I just saw more good black cards coming through. So I don't doubt that there was a decent red blue deck there in the and there's a Geist Blast I'm sure he'd want. Unfortunately, I didn't draw into any more lands, so I'm just gonna have to pass off the turn and hope my opponent's well, that's unfortunate. Hope my opponent's start is a little slow. He's getting a lot of... He's not missing a land drop, so... Oh, that sucks so hard. Well, I'm going to swing in here, and then I'm going to sack my Neonate to Fiery Temper, and hopefully draw into a land. Come on, land. Preferably a swamp. Well, it's a land. It's not a swamp. I really do need my swamps here, though. That's not a swamp either. I have so much madness in my hand and I can't use any of it. I'm going to take the 2 just so I can see what else he has to play before I Geist Blast that off the field. Yeah, I can't Geist Blast that, so I'm just going to kill his Skulk guy. Come on, or swamp, not mountain. Not mountain. Just, I'm gonna lose without playing another card. I can feel it. I'm gonna lose to his 2 attack creatures. I think... Does he have a Madness card to play here? No, just getting rid of a land. I guess dual land is unnecessary when you have that much land. Yeah, see, I'm just not drawing into anything here. That would have been a great turn to get my Call the Bloodline so I could start playing out my Madness stuff. Yeah, taking 5, going down to 11. If I don't draw into a swamp this turn, I'm just gonna concede the match because I'm not gonna be able to take another 5 and then still be in the game. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to hold this back to block. Or not. Yeah, that's pretty much just game. So, I mean, I'm going to take 5 here, go down to 6. And, like, a bounce spell kills me, so... Oh, look. Well, I'm going to do something weird here. I'm going to play out my Call the Bloodlines. And then I'm going to pass the turn. I'm gonna hold up the Blood Mad Vampire here. Let's yeah, let's do this. Now, what's the best way to block? If I kill his... The 4-1 is basically my best chance to just straight up kill the 2-4. That said, I'm not sure I want that 3 damage on the board still. You know, I think it's fine. I'm gonna play up the Twins of Marauder Estate next turn anyway. Well, that's one way to keep me from trading. Yeah, has a lot of card draw. He's 2 cards up on me, and I've hardly gotten to play anything. But with the swamp in play, if he doesn't have any major swingy plays to make, I might be able to get back in this game. Well, I can't play that yet. I also can't play my Sinister Concoction with 1 swamp, so pass the turn. This time we are going to block the 3-2. And hopefully he won't have another Jace's Scrutiny, because it would suck that his creature gets to stay. Of course he does. Which puts him at exactly lethal. Even with the lifelink. Yeah, that's just game. Yeah, I knew he was going to have some kind of bounce spell. I think I'm fine if I can, you know, actually play my cards. Let's see. He had a Niblis of Dusk. He has a lot of the, he's probably going to have a lot of the spell-centric cards. It looks like he's kind of more tempo aggro than he is spell-oriented. Biting Rain might come in handy here. His creatures all looked a bit on the small side, so I'm not sure I'm really going to need Uncaged Fury. Let's see. It does kind of kill most of my creatures, though. I'll just run it back as is. I think I'll be fine as long as I actually draw into both colors of land. Which I have. I actually have a lot of great stuff here. If I can draw into a third land, I'll be in a really good spot. Let's see. Do I run out Sanguinary Mage or call? I think I just run out Sanguinary Mage because I'm not gonna call the Bloodline right away. Of course, if I get my land next turn, I do kind of want to be able to Bloodman Vampire on the same turn. Yeah, I'll run out to call the Bloodline. Why not? So nothing from him. And I did get my third land. Let's run this out. And I'm just going to pass the turn. I don't want to give him the chance to use his 2 mana to like bounce my vampire at the end of my turn or whatever. Awesome. And now I get a free hit with my Blood Mad Vampire. Makes him a 4/2. I think I'm just going to run out the Aristocrat. Because I want to keep mana up in case he has some kind of burn spell or something. Because, I mean, he could just have, like, Fiery Impulse, and in that case I want to be able to sack whatever he targets. And I think he does have a removal spell in his hand because he's thinking really hard about what I have on the board. I think he's trying to figure out which one is the bigger threat. Oh, okay. Do I want to sack my Vampire Knight? Not yet. Let's see. I think I swing in with the Vampire, the Blood Mad Vampire. Well, so I think I'm just going to run out the Sanguinary Mage for right now. The Crow of Dark Tidings will give me an evasive threat, but if I start sacking creatures, I want something else to actually get the bonus from the counters. Do I want to attack with the Vampire here? He just kind of trades 1 for 1. And yeah, I don't really want to do that. I think at the end of his turn, I'll sack the Vampire Knight to give my creatures +1/+1. Sure. Okay. That's actually really good. I think instead of sacking my Neonate to play it, well, I could sack my Neonate to play it, get an extra 2 cards, or get an extra card out of it, or I could sack it to call the Bloodlines, only get 2 zombies, but then I get a Vampire Knight out of it. And the Vampire Knight can get bigger. It's kind of a tough decision. Like, what's going to give me the best option here? I think I sack the Neonate because he's up on me on cards, and I really want to get some more cards into my hand, but I think I do it at the end of his turn. The question is, do I attack or not? He'll probably just go for the double block, and then I'm forced to use my mana to sack something. Yeah, I think I just hold back one more turn, try to improve my board state a little bit more. Oof, that can be painful. Let's sack you. Let's that Sanguinary Mage is a little hard to get in with. If I sack 2 creatures, it'll pump it to a 4/6. Let's get the other Aristocrat out here. That doesn't really do much, so I think I'm just going to attack with the Blood Mad Vampire here. So if that's the blocks he's going to make, then I think I'll just let him trade. I don't really have a reason to pump it, because I'm only going to get 2 pumps and it's going to die anyway. So I may as well just give him the 2-for-1, or get the 2-for-1. Gets a couple of his creatures off the board, makes it easier to swing in. and with fewer creatures on the board, he can't really attack in haphazardly with that wolf. Yeah, see, he's just not going to attack. Let's get some value here. A2, sack a zombie. Because my Vampire Knight's going to grow, so there's no reason to sack it when my zombies are going to stay 2/2s. Let's run this bird out. Yeah, I don't care about those. So if I swing in, say he has 2 bounce spells. He bounces my Sanguinary Mage and maybe a token. And then what? He just eats one of my aristocrats. Takes 4. I don't really like that. It's I guess we just pass the turn again. It's kind of hard because like I need something with more punch. I need to be able to get rid of that wolf. Maybe I just like start pumping everything and just make my guy so big that he can't deal with them. Let's see. Do I think if he swings with the spirit, I chump block with the crow, and then sack it to pump my guys. Or I can just swing myself. Yeah, I think I just take the 3 and just swing. Let's sack another zombie because they're not really doing anything with this board. That's good. Let's he could be holding a bounce spell though, that's the biggest thing. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Let's get up in there. I have to be careful because I have to play around any bounce spells he might have here. I don't want to like load up all on one creature then have him just bounce it and I get blown out. So I don't know what he thinks is going to happen here. But I'm not gonna play a combat trick, so I'm just gonna kill that wolf straight up if he. I mean, I am more than happy to make that trade. I'm basically eating all of his creatures at this point. Let's see. Do I Uncaged Fury? No, because that's just going to put him at 2 attack. It's not going to do anything. So I think I just sack my bird here. I mean, this way my creature doesn't die. He might still have a bounce spell. But I'm fine with that if his other creatures die in the process. I mean, my stuff is just so much bigger than his. Well, that's effectively a kill spell, so... yeah, I'm just going to hold on to this swamp. I'm probably going to pitch it at the end of his turn for a dude. Now he just needs to draw into an answer to my stuff. And 3 mana isn't going to do a whole lot. He could draw into another bounce spell. That would slow me down a little bit. Let's see, just the wind, Jesus Scrutiny. Sure. Now I'm basically in a spot where I can just run him over with Uncaged Fury. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna run him over here. So that block isn't really going to do you any good. Yeah, okay. I mean, sure. I mean, I'm not sure what he thought that block was going to accomplish. So he throws an extra 3 power behind it, but if I have removal for his 5/5, I just eat his 3/3 straight up. I mean, if he was gonna multi-block, he should have thrown all of his creatures behind it so that he would have an extra 5 power 5 power of, you know, 5 power to throw at my guy. That way, no matter what I killed, my guy would have traded. That 5 power guy is really rough. Magmatic Chasm might not be bad here. I like Uncaged Fury. Well, he has a lot of bounce too, so Uncaged Fury might actually not be great here. But Magmatic Chasm is sort of a one-of effect. Oh, this is rough. I'm not sure I really want to get rid of Uncaged Fury. I mean, it could just be that I'm overthinking it because it actually won me the game this time. But I mean, he has a number of high toughness creatures, so it could just be good here. Magmatic Chasm doesn't really do much unless it's actually winning you the game, and I'm not sure that I have so many more creatures that he does that I can just overwhelm him after a one-turn Magmatic Chasm. So I think I'm just going to run it as is and hope for the best. Yeah. I mean, he does have a number of targets for... Ooh, this is good. A number of targets for Geist Blast, so, I mean, there's no real reason to pull that out. I'm going to need more creatures, though. Insolent Neonate isn't gonna take me the distance. Okay, I think I can work with that. Okay. Kraken. Sanguinary Mage. He's not going to be able to attack because it has 1 power. Which is actually bad for me, to tell you the truth, because I actually prefer if he cracks in. Because that way he won't have 2 blockers. Oh, he's not going to play anything. Okay. Let's play this sorcery speed. I mean, a bounce spell would kind of suck for me here, but it's not the end of the world. All he has is a 2/1 on field. He might have, like, Jace's Scrutiny, and he's wondering if he should blow it to... Yeah, see, there it is. He was wondering if he should blow it to keep me from getting the counters. And I can understand that mindset, too, because I don't know why he's blocking. It doesn't deal damage, so it doesn't get the counters. I'm actually kind of hoping he just cracks his clue and passes. My board isn't exceptionally strong right now, so... No. Well, if that's the case, I'm just gonna sack a land and hope to draw something better. And I drew another land. Fantastic. Well, my mage is going to get up in there. Sure. Do I play the Pale Rider or do I try to hold it? I think. See, the problem with holding it is that I have problems getting like aggressive. But if I don't draw into any other discard outlets, Avacyn's Judgment is going to kind of end up being really bad for any of his bigger creatures. I can basically Madness it out as a 2 damage spell with 5 mana. I really, really wish I would stop drawing lands. Oh, what to do, what to do. Well, next turn I can kill something with 3... with 3 toughness, so I guess I can hold out for that. Also have to keep in mind that Avacyn's Judgment is sorcery speed, so like I can't just surprise him with a combat trick. Well, that's something. Let's see, what else did he have? Did he have any big things that I... Oh, yes, he did have something big that I wanted to get rid of, didn't he? He had that big 5/5 monstrosity. I think I'm going to hold out one more turn, see what he's going to do with the Sinister Concoction on the board. Because, I mean, I don't really have any great lines of play here anyway. I burn my Avacyn's Judgment or my Sinister Concoction to remove a 2/4 that isn't really threatening me anyway. Sure. Oh, that's annoying. Sure, swing in for 2. Shoot. Just more land. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Let's see, play this for 5. I can kill that. Sure, why not? It's not a great plan, but I mean, it's probably better to kill the not necessarily better to kill the 2/4, but killing the 2/4 makes it easier to attack, but the 1/3 is going to be a pain in the butt with all of his instant speed cards. I should have played another land. If he has an instant speed spell here, I'm just going to have wasted my card. That was really dumb of me. I should have played the land and then paid 4 for it. Okay. Well, thankfully it looks like I'm not going to get punished for that. I'm gonna play this swamp out because if he plays something I want to blow up that Sinister Concoction, I want to be able to do it at the end of his turn. He's up 2 cards on me, and I keep drawing land, so I have the same number. I have one. Well, I have at least the same number of lands that he has on board. And he's drawn more cards than I have. Sure. That's annoying, but whatever. Sure. Problem here is that if I play out my Pale Rider, I won't have anything to sack the Sinister Concoction. I think it's okay. I think I need the body more than I need to hold up that card right now. So much card draw. He's just gonna beat me on like pure card advantage. Yeah, sure. And he's gonna bounce the Pale Rider again. By bouncing the Pale Rider, he's cluttering up my hand. He's forcing me into situations where I have to discard things over and over again. Yeah, I'll just take the 5. Oh, 3. I guess he doesn't want me attacking in with my 1/1 and getting the lifelink. Just another... You know what? I'm blowing something up. I'm going to blow you up because I can block the other ones. Of course, I friggin' mill one of my madness cards. Why not? This game is just not coming together. And removal. I mean, like I said, he's just burying me under card advantage. I can't do anything. Well, since that's going to be locked down anyway, I may as well just sack it. More land. Fantastic. Just what I needed. I'm going to block one because I think if I keep my aristocrat in game right now, I can potentially pull this out. But I just need to draw spells here. Let's see me mill my other... Oh, okay, I milled lands, that's good. Let's crack in with the aristocrat. If he Jace's scrutinies, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. What is he Geist blasting? Oh, he's double, I guess, double scrutiny. He really wants that card draw. His last card must be a land. Sure. For a combat trick, maybe. That's unfortunate. I think I'm going to sack it because I can't afford to draw that again. And it keeps him from investigating. And I'm going to block here and sack it. And hope he doesn't have another bounce spell, because that would suck. Let's see. I've only seen one Jace's Scrutiny all game. He doesn't have 5 mana, so he can't flash in that spirit creature. Yeah, I think I'm just going to crack in here. Shoot. I forgot to activate his ability before combat. That's bad. That was a huge mistake. Let's see, now that I have more damage on this guy than Oh, that's bad. What am I gonna do? I need a creature. Like, I need a creature or I need removal. Not land, not land. Ooh. That'll work. I'm gonna have to sack this neonate to cycle a card instead of sacking it to my aristocrat, because I can't afford to just hit land. Let's see what I draw first, though. That is good. That is really good. Yeah, let's crack in. See what happens. Since I don't actually need to discard this to get the full value, I'm just gonna do it right here. Okay. I'm in a decent position, and my opponent's about to time out, so that's good for me. Very, very good for me. Unless he pulls something nuts, I think I have this game on lock. And let's just crack in. Sure. I mean, it has first strike, so it's just going to die. If you're going to block anything... Yeah, okay. Well, that's evidently it. My opponent may have just drawn lands, I don't know. But they seemed to stall out towards the end, and that helped me get my aristocrat online and come back from the brink of death with all of his lifelink and just building up counters and eventually pull out this game. So... I was frustrated for a little bit there. I'm sure you could tell it in my voice. But fortunately, I managed to pull it out. Thank you. That's it for this draft. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Black-Red Madness deck. See you next time.